What do you plan to leave behind in your will, my friend? Have you thought about leaving behind your personal stories of faith to encourage friends and family members in their faith journeys? You can write stories about how you came to know Jesus. You could write short essays about your beliefs on spirituality, religion, and your church life if you have one. Do you think your children or grandchildren would enjoy reading about how you used spiritual disciplines and your particular spiritual practices? Leaving behind faith stories can allow individuals to explore and express their authentic selves. Since I am a bit of an introvert, expressing my faith through a final will or written statement gives me the opportunity to share my inner feelings and thoughts. I don't have much personal wealth or finances to leave behind. Perhaps my thought on faith, life, and my endeavor to walk closely with God would be of greater value than any large sum of money I might leave behind. For me, I think leaving behind my faith stories about what I think, feel, and believe about God can give my family members a glimpse into my soul. I don't think I would make my stories very long, but I think I will have a variety of "this is what I believe" statements behind for them to read. On top of what I believe, I will leave several "this is what I did" statements to show them how I lived out my faith. I guess whether we realize it or not, we are being watched by those around us as they review the daily display of our authentic Christian lifestyle. It would be nice to leave them the stories that I think are important about how I walked with God.
The importance of faith in God is a gift we can leave others. No. We did it for fear that someday your descendants might say to ours, "What do you have to do with the Lord, the God of Israel?" Joshua 22 verse 24. Leave a good lineage of spiritual stories behind as an inheritance to your children and grandchildren. Let their inheritance come from your connection to me and the life you led as one of my beloved servants. Show them how to live, teach them how to grow, and talk to them about me. Let them know how important a spiritual life can be for them, just as it was for you. Your children and grandchildren can either follow the spiritual life you model for them or the life the world shows them. I recommend teaching your descendants to follow me. A finite worldview of life has crippling limitations. A limitless spiritual connection to me will lead your descendants to a life of daily blessings and my limitless love. When your children ask, "What do you have to do with the Spirit of life?" you can show them. You may not realize it, my precious child, but the greatest gift you can leave behind to your heirs is the faith stories of how you walked with me. When you share your personal stories of faith, you also point directly to me to the reader or listener. You bring the gospel to life by aligning it with your connection to me. Too many of my beloved children believe that the Bible is just a dusty record of the past. When they see your stories of faith, they will realize that the ancient stories can be relived in this generation.
I hope today's devotional was of some value to you, my friend. This devotional was more than just an exercise in the discussion of leaving behind our faith stories. Our focus was to help you consider how you could leave behind the gospel message to the next generation. The Bible, sermons, and devotionals are all methods of carrying the good news of Jesus. I believe our personal stories of faith can greatly impact the lives of our friends and family. May I leave you with a prayer, my friend? Loving God, you mean so much to us. Help us. We pray to share the depth of love we have for you. Help us leave behind our faith stories as markers of our love. Let our stories point to what you did in our lives. God, hear our prayers. Help us live our lives to honor you in thought, word, and deed. Help us to become the gospel message for today and an encouragement for tomorrow. Let our lives become markers of what it means to walk with you. Jesus, lead us. While each person must accept you by faith, O God, let our faith stories guide them to you. Help write the stories of the moments you spoke to us. Let our stories show them how much we are truly loved. Inspire us, O Spirit. We are the living witnesses of what it means to follow Jesus. Allow our lives to help draw seeking souls closer to you. Just as you loved us, love them, O Lord. Oh, Lord, hear our prayers. Thank you for joining us again, my friend. We must ask ourselves a soul-seeking question on occasion: what good is our faith if we always keep it to ourselves? Granted, faith keeps us connected to God, but don't we have a responsibility to help other people grow closer to God as well? Who better to help us grow closer to God than our own family members? Perhaps they will know that there was nothing closer to us than the Spirit of God.